In the shadow of the Iron Curtain, a boy named Robert Herjavec was born in 1962 in Varazdin, a small town in communist Yugoslavia, now Croatia. Life under a communist regime was tough. Individual dreams were crushed by the weight of government control. Robert's father, Vladimir, had a strong sense of justice and often spoke out against the regime. Eventually, this outspokenness landed him in jail. He spent time in prison simply for speaking the truth, realizing that there was no future for his family in Yugoslavia. Vladimir made a bold decision to escape to a free world. When Robert was 8 years old, the family fled to Canada. They arrived with just $20, a suitcase, and no knowledge of English. They settled in Toronto, living in the basement of a family friend's house. It was cold, cramped, and unfamiliar. While most people would feel defeated in such conditions, Robert remembers that time with a surprising sense of gratitude. His father, despite everything, was grateful to be free. He worked long hours in a factory, and though he barely spoke the language, he never complained. His father gave Robert the greatest gift, perspective. "Never complain," he told Robert. "You are in the greatest country in the world." These words stuck with Robert forever. Early struggles and character building. Robert wasn't the cool kid in school. He wore hand-me-down clothes and ate homemade lunches that made him feel different. But those differences became his strength. He learned to work harder than everyone else. While still in school, he took on odd jobs, waiting tables, delivering newspapers, even working as a movie extra. He studied English literature and political science at the University of Toronto, unsure of what career path he would take. After graduation, he found himself working various jobs to support his family. He did everything from being a waiter to working in film production and even as a salesman. The pivotal moment came when he applied for a job at LogitQuest company, selling IBM mainframe emulation boards. Though he didn't meet the qualifications, Robert was hungry for the opportunity. So, he made a bold offer. "Let me work for free for 6 months." The company took the offer, and within those 6 months, Robert proved himself to be one of the top salespeople. He brought energy, intelligence, and a genuine desire to serve customers. His success at LogitQuest helped him climb the ranks, but after a few years, he was laid off in 1990. It could have been the end of the road, but instead it became a new beginning. Entrepreneurship. From basement to millions, with no job and no capital, Robert decided to start his own business. He used his knowledge in tech and his sales skills to launch Brock Systems, a cybersecurity firm he started in the basement of his home. He handled everything: sales, tech support, admin, and delivery. The company specialized in internet security software, which was becoming increasingly important in the early 1990s. As the internet rapidly expanded, Robert worked around the clock. He sacrificed sleep, social life, and comfort. Every client was important. Every sale mattered. His relentless work ethic paid off. By the late 1990s, Brock Systems had become Canada's largest internet security firm. In 2000, he sold it to a TNT Canada for $30.2 million, from an immigrant basement to a multimillion-dollar. Robert had achieved something few ever do. But he wasn't done yet. Climbing again, the Herjavec Group after brief corporate stint and another acquisition with a company called Ramp Networks sold to Nokia. Robert felt the pull to build again. In 2003, he launched the Herjavec Group, another cybersecurity company, but this time bigger and more ambitious. The company offered services like risk management, managed security, and compliance for large enterprises. The timing was perfect. Cybersecurity was no longer optional, it was critical. Under Robert's leadership, the Herjavec Group became one of North America's fastest-growing technology companies, earning hundreds of millions in annual revenue and employing hundreds of people. But success in business wasn't always matched in his personal life. Personal challenges and mental health. Then 2014, Robert went through a divorce, which left him emotionally devastated. He became estranged from his children and struggled with depression at his lowest point. He admitted that he even considered ending his life. But once again, Robert didn't give up. He reached out for help, sought therapy, reconnected with his children, and began rebuilding himself emotionally and spiritually. His comeback was not just financial, it was personal. He later married Kim Johnson, his former dance partner from Dancing with the Stars, and together they had twins. He often says this chapter of his life gave him a sense of peace and joy he had never experienced before. Shark Tank, national fame, and giving back in 2006. Robert joined CBC's Dragon's Den, the Canadian version of Shark Tank. His charm, empathy, and business acumen quickly made him a fan favorite. In 2009, he was invited to join the U.S. version, Shark Tank, alongside business icons like Mark Cuban, Barbara Corcoran, and Kevin O'Leary. On Shark Tank, Robert became known for his heart. As much as his mind, he was always drawn to people who reminded him of himself: immigrants, underdogs, hustlers, and dreamers. He has invested in dozens of businesses through the show, including Tipsy Elves Ugly Christmas Sweaters, over $100 million in revenue, Happy Feet Custom Animal Slippers, Syndivore Labs, synthetic human tissue models. But for Robert, it's not just about making money, it's about mentoring and uplifting others. It's the way someone once gave him a chance. Robert Herjavec's rules for success over the years. Robert has shared key lessons that helped him succeed. Here are some of his most powerful principles. Work like someone is trying to take it from you. In business, you can never get comfortable. Hustle is everything. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Too many people wait for conditions to be right. Robert believes action beats perfection. You are what you do, not what you say. Execution matters more than talk. Always deliver. Sales cure all. If your business isn't selling, nothing else matters. Learn to sell. Be kind, but be fierce. Treat people with respect, but never let them underestimate you. Optimism is a weapon. He believes a positive mindset is critically even in dark times. Rejection is redirection. Every no is just a step closer to the right opportunity. Legacy and impact today. Robert Herjavec is not just a tech mogul or TV personality. He's a symbol of the immigrant dream. He speaks around the world, mentors young entrepreneurs, and supports charities focused on education, mental health, and disaster relief. He still works hard, wakes up early, and believes in being hands-on in his businesses. Despite his fame and fortune, Robert never forgets where he came from. More the lessons his father taught him in that basement so many years ago. My story isn't unique, Robert often says. It's the story of what's possible when you combine freedom with hard work.